What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Den Trading Podcast. This is MedMan, joined by Grizzly. What's up, brother?
And not a whole lot, just working on a few side projects this morning.
Right on.
Coming off an amazing week in the market.
Awesome. Today is Sunday, April 10th, by the way. And it was, it has been a banger week in the market. Grizzly chose violence this week, and he's going to tell us about that in just a second. But real quick, anything cool going on before we get started?
The new May Mentorship is now available to sign up for. I recommend you go sign up for that because there is limited seating. It will be taught live by Brandon, GD, and myself. Classes will be Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We will have some special guests coming in. It will be over a month-long mentorship, and it will be recorded in case, you got a busy schedule. You can watch anytime, and you will have access to that forever. So, come join us. The first class starts on May the 16th, I believe. It's going to be big, our biggest one yet. You definitely don't want to miss out on it. And honestly, the cost of it is less than one bad trade. So, and it's a tax write-off. But check it out.
Yep, absolutely. Definitely a tax write-off. Also, May, graduation month, makes an amazing graduation gift for aspiring traders. I mean, what a value. It's going to be, you're learning from three people who have made it so that they're able to live off of doing this daily. The likelihood that you'll learn something that at least changes your life and creates an income stream that changes your life is very high, very probable. You got to give yourself credit for being able to use that kind of knowledge. Yeah. So we have some earnings for this week to go over. But first, before we do that, we'll talk about some of these trades we had last week. Grizzy, bro, what happened?
Well, it's been a good week. I'm going to talk about some of the key stock side traders. Mostly going to talk about Walmart because that's where the bread and butter has been this week. And I had a lot of people reach out to me and ask about how I trade the bounces I take on Walmart often. I made a video about it that was released yesterday if you want to check that out. But I want to start this one out by talking about a trade I seen go bad. It wasn't called out by me. I did have the level on my watch list, and it was on Costco. And this is a perfect example of a false breakout, and it was to the downside. I've seen a lot of people take this trade with puts, right? For my trading style, when I'm going to the downside, if I'm trading anything to the downside, I don't take it off the initial break, okay? I'm looking for it to come back up and retest before I enter that trade. And from what I've seen on Costco, that never happened, right? You never had that. We never stayed below that. It never came back up and retest. Retested. If you was going to take the initial break, you should be in and out of that trade rather quickly because chances are it's going to reverse. If we don't have some candles open below that level and it doesn't retest, then sell back off, chances are it's going to reclaim that and go up. And I understand a lot of people have different trading styles, right? But if, say it did reverse on me and this is a day trader scalp, this is not a swing trade situation. I handle that a little differently. I would be out of that well before that 20% negative, mark hit because my position size on day trades and scalps are high, right? And that 20% can be a big loss for me. When I enter these type of trades, my mindset, if I can get a 10% scalp, I'm doing well, right? I'm not going to risk 10% to make 10%. That's, there's no risk. The risk to reward just don't add up there. You know what I mean? You got to think like that. You can't hang on to these and hope. Even if it does break, hits your stop loss, you get out, then it continues back down. That's okay. You followed your stop loss. It don't always go back down. You can't just hang in for hope. But now, since I covered that, I just wanted to touch on that a bit. I've seen people did lose money from that. I do not like seeing people lose money.
Mm-hmm. I took that one on paper actually, and it was a good exercise in risk management. I'm kind of glad it happened because despite it going south. I did lose a little on the trade, but overall for the week, I mean, on my paper account, it barely even made a dent because I was able to manage that risk, that that slip. So
Yeah, awesome. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what you should be doing. That's exactly what everyone should be doing, is trying
yes,
to master their trading styles. Um,
yeah.
but I guess we can just get right into Walmart. It's just been a
Oh yeah.
strong week for it. It's been a defensive stock. We had a little pullback this week. It's to be expected. But when we have them pullbacks, typically like Walmart, Costco, Target, they have a move up. Not quite like we've seen, which I'm not complaining. It's been a really good week. But it sets Walmart up for nice scalps over pre-market highs. And it sets it up nicely for them bounces off the 20 EMA. Again, if you want to learn about the 20 EMA bounce, check out my YouTube. And this nice pullback allowed for me to call out some trades off of support areas. I don't always get that opportunity, but when I see a nice support and I see volume decreasing as we near that support, I feel comfortable in calling it out for calls, right? We're going to take that bounce off support. That's what happened to Apple. We took the trade off Apple support, which happened to be a nice retracement on the fib as well. We took, it wasn't really a call out, but GM, I did announce on my channel. I said GM is on a huge support level. It was a nice support on the weekly time frame. I took the trade myself. A lot of people took calls at the area because, they've watched my YouTube. They understand how to trade them levels. They took calls, and I did. I got over a 30% return, and I still have some runners in that trade. And it was a small account friendly swing or day trade, whatever you want to do. And I took a trade off on HPQ, okay? Not my typical day trading stock, right? I do my Instagram lives every morning where we make our watch list together, right? And someone brought it to my attention. I never did confirm this. I don't know, but I did see it had crazy strength. I seen it pulling back to the 9 EMA on the hourly chart, and it was below that 40 area, which is it's a whole psychological number. I said, well, if we bounce off that 9 EMA, we break that 40 area, I'm going to take it for a nice scalp / day trade. We broke the 40 area. We had almost over a $1 move up, and keep in mind, that's a big move on a stock that small, right? And this happened in minutes, and the contracts did really, really well. At one point, I seen them; the contracts were up over $80, very affordable. That's a great trade in my book. And I think the news on that stock was that I think Warren Buffett may have bought some or something. I guess whatever it was, the people liked it because it had a very nice move.
So
Yeah,
HPQ, yeah. I actually did also. Sorry to interrupt. Take a paper trade on that one. That's Hewlett Packard, which they make computers and stuff.
HP.
Yeah.
Yep.
What I took on paper for that one, I took 8 contracts and got in at 82, actually. So
Awesome. What did them contracts go up to? I was using equity on that trade.
They went up to 138.
Oh, that's an amazing trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the exact percentage off the top of my head, but that's that's a really good gainer, especially for a day trade.
Oh yeah, I wish it'd been but good, really good training exercise on that one. Managing an absolute banger like that is quite an experience. Yeah, it was awesome, and I think I called I got in there right when you said it was about to break out. I was like, oh my god, so I jumped on it.
But yeah, that pretty much sums up my trades of the week. Walmart, HPQ, GM, Apple.
Yes, GM. And GM was the surprise.
I mean, I took some other great trades. Maybe I made more than off of them trades, but as far as the setups and being small account friendly, them definitely topped the chart. I'm looking into next week here. Let me go to the hourly chart where I can go a little bit more in depth.
Right on.
Okay. We come up to this level. I was looking to break this 4,600 area on SPX. Now, this happened last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we denied it. We got in there. We couldn't hold it. We fell back below it. We've come back down. We found this 50% retracement now on SPX around 4466 area, and we're holding it well. Now, if we fail that, we do have some room to the downside. If we fail let me rephrase that. If we have a daily candle open below that 4466 area on SPX, we do have some room to the downside. But we could very well bounce here and head back up. We had that huge climb up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 days we climbed up on SPX. It's perfectly normal to have this pullback. If you look at the daily chart, we simply pulled back to that 20 SMA and we found it, and looks like we're kind of climbing up it right now. I would like to see us push off of it and head back up this coming week, but we'll see how it goes. It don't matter. Honestly doesn't matter. I'm going to make money regardless because I trade levels as a day trader, up or down. It doesn't matter. I just like to clarify that.
It does not matter.
Okay.
We're going to make bags no matter what.
I try my best. So, MedMan, what earnings we got to look forward to next week? Anything catch your eye?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
My degen side coming out.
So actually, I passed it off when I was looking at it and talking to you earlier because I didn't know what it was. But then I read the company's tagline, which says one word: lithium. Sigma Lithium has earnings on Monday. So the thing about lithium lately is like that stuff's been going absolutely crazy because EV, you need lithium for batteries and all that stuff. It's hard to get lithium because of the geological location of where a lot of lithium is. Yeah, I mean, to start off the week, that could be an interesting one to watch, even though I've not heard of them before.
I have to do some research into that. I really haven't. I haven't never looked into them.
Yeah, because I know that there's like LIT, L-I-T, which is the lithium like ETF. So I watch that once in a while because, the more happens with oil and all that stuff, the more dependent we're going to start becoming on like batteries and things like that. So pretty bullish on lithium if I had to pick a side.
Yeah.
That and nickel as well, as far as like, raw materials go. So yeah, earnings. Monday, yeah, we've got Sigma Lithium on Monday. Tuesday, CarMax caught my eye. Used cars are wildly overpriced at the moment, so I see them potentially having movement. And that's before open on Tuesday. Before open on Wednesday, there's kind of a lot. We got JP Morgan and Chase.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. That's JPM. And then we've got Delta. Could be interesting. Bed Bath and Beyond is always interesting. I've seen them traded a lot of times in Team Bowl.
But keep in mind, anytime you trade earnings, it's like playing the lottery. You could lose it all, and chances are you will. Just keep that in mind. I was throwing that out there.
Definitely.
I never recommend doing earning lottos. Just
unless you're playing with profits only, right?
Yep. I mean, if you're going to do it, you better be playing with that day's profits.
You hear that? I'm a good mentee.
But yeah, I mean, it sounds like we have a pretty solid earnings week.
Yeah.
The JPM is probably JPM and Delta is what stood out to me.
JPM and Delta are probably going to bang, if I had to guess.
One way or the other.
But it's not even. There's more. There's more. Believe it or not, there's more on the rest of the week.
What we got?
We've got our another popular one in Team Bowl actually is TSMC. I think Dumpster trades that one a lot, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Maybe. I'm not for sure.
That one probably will go some sort of nuclear, especially if Dumpster's watching it. I would be keeping a weary eye on that one for sure. And then there's also Wells Fargo and Goldman Sachs and Citi, Morgan Stanley, PNC, and Ally, all before open on Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's a bank week.
Yep. So this week could shape up to be last week on steroids, kind of, with all this going on.
You know what else I noticed about? I'm looking at this Wells Fargo, that WFC.
Hmm.
We're right close to. I mean, we've bounced a little, but we're at a support area. Um, got a nice support area around like that 46.7 ish.
Yeah, and now
On
rates are
the,
going up, so banks are going to be riding that wave, right?
I don't know. You know, I don't never. It's hard to guess how stuff's gonna react. You know, that's why I just trade levels. So
Hmm. I feel that. But yeah, that's all I've got for earnings this week. Um,
awesome. I mean, that's a solid week. You know.
yeah, it sounds like it could be pretty huge. Yeah, cool. This could be a really neat earnings week. So, what do you think? How do we proceed? I think since Monday's kind of a chill day, the plan
Yeah.
maybe, yeah, just catch bangers, be extra safe Monday, Tuesday, and then have those profits ready for the rest of the week when all the banks start clamoring.
Yeah, but honestly, when I trade it, if I do trade earning lottos, I usually just go off Texas Beck's levels. Whatever he's taking, I'll take it with him.
Hmm.
Um, because he does do the research and he does, pretty well. Even he does lose, but he's he's hit such big earning lottos that he's got plenty of profits to play with.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you a question.
What's up?
You've been trading on your paper account, right?
Hmm.
How's that came this week? Since you started, how's the growth been on it?
So, I mean, trading at work is always difficult. So, about 2 weeks ago, I kind of shredded the account by accident, paper trading account by accident, because work got in the way and I wasn't watching because, I'm at work, I knew it wasn't really money. So I just forgot about it. So I reset it back to 5,000 and decided to like just not even really bother with it at work anymore because I wanted to get an accurate read of how I'm, learning and how I'm doing mentally. So this week has been actually a pretty good indicator of how it could go in the future when I'm ready to drop this kind of account.
So, how much are you in the profits this week?
This week I am
You
in.
started this week with 5,000, right?
Yeah, started this week with I think maybe a little over 5,000 because I had some trades left. But at this moment, my net liquidity is 68.94. So yeah,
So, it's been a
not a bad week.
roughly $1,800 week for you.
Just about, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I know. Let me rephrase that. I mean, if you could say you have a $5,000 account
Hmm.
and that's what you use to make money off of, if you was paying yourself, at $1,800 a week, that's a good payday for a lot of people, for anybody. Honestly, um,
I don't know if I've ever had an $1,800 week doing anything. I mean,
that's going to change. You keep on learning. Um,
oh yeah.
we have an $1,800 days for long.
I mean, like my photography, my video, and all that stuff has been lucrative in the past, but those accounts, it obviously it takes time and work. But I don't think I've ever. I mean, I've definitely made 1,800 in a month from it, but not in a week.
Yeah,
No. Wild.
awesome.
But yeah. And then I kept a few positions as well. Dumpster started a position in Newegg, and that's a retailer that I use often, that I have known about for a very long time, and that I actually just kind of love, you know? So I decided to start my own position in my paper account to see how that goes and how to manage that. Cause you know, they might be something I'd like to hold for a while. I pretty optimistic on them as a company. So, and then off of what Brandon's doing, I don't think he held any of these for a swing or anything like that, but he was trading gold contracts the other day. So I definitely made a solid bit off of those, but decided to keep quite a few going in it. Like I think I rolled them actually. Ended up making a profit off of rolling them somehow. So they'll expire next Friday instead of obviously yesterday. So those are looking good, actually.
Nice.
But it was definitely management that made me the money this week. Not, you know, like sure the trades were bangers and stuff, but it was purely being able to manage these trades and the risk that got me this $1,900-ish, you know, Monopoly money week. I like to call it Monopoly money just because I like Monopoly a lot. Are you good at Monopoly, Grizzly?
It's been so long since I played. I used to be.
I bet you'd be good. I mean, I bet we should have a team bowl Monopoly game someday and just live stream it. That would be the most vicious game of Monopoly.
I have a feeling there'd be some real money on it.
Yeah, probably. Yo, that's a great idea. I'll film it. Y'all play Monopoly with real money.
Good.
Yeah, we got to make that happen. We got to make it happen. There'll be like a buy-in. Somebody's Rolex will get thrown on the...
It's kind of like that fight between GD and Brandon. Everybody's waiting on. But yeah, I think we got a good week ahead of us. We're at some good support areas. And I honestly only see opportunity for day trades, swing trades. Everything's looking good. Honestly, the long term, if you added in the deal with me, you're up nice on that. I'm sure a lot of you have already took profit. Nothing wrong with that. You should have been up really well if you bought that last deal.
All right. So that seems like a pretty great episode. Everybody stay tuned for the live Sunday watch list after this, because that's going to be very important for this week. Grizzly will be analyzing probably at least everything that we talked about for the earnings report and then some. Also taking your call outs as well, taking a look at your interests after the main watch list. And also that May mentorship is coming up. Seats are going to be filling up very quickly, so keep an eye on that. Definitely look into joining Team Bull. Go to grizzlytrades.com for all of these links, all of the socials, all of that stuff. And have a great week trading. Remember, this podcast is not financial advice. Please take notes and take advantage of this education, and check out Grizzly's channel for even more education. We've got more videos coming out all the time. There should be a new beginners trading series video coming out as well. Yeah. Got anything else for us, Grizzly?
Nope. Appreciate you all for watching as always. Hope I provided you with as much value as possible, and catch you all next time.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a good one, and you'll hear from us next week.